There have been plenty of developments, specifically in Tripoli today, all centred around one relatively small area. Rebels believe Colonel Gaddafi and his sons were or could be still inside a cluster of apartment buildings close to the captured compound. Let's look on the map. This is the area in question. You can see Colonel Gaddafi's Bab al-Azizia compound there, heavily fortified walls. Now, the point where Stuart Ramsey was reporting from just 10 minutes or so ago is here, this southeast corner of the compound. This is the area we think that those apartment buildings are based, just south of the compound, as I say. The compound itself now taken by the rebels, but quite clear from all those live pictures we could see that the battle still goes on in this area just to the south of the compound. Now, the park surrounding the three sides of the Rixos Hotel, you can see the Rixos here. This is a huge park here. Down in this corner, there is a zoo, and it appears that Gaddafi loyalists were using the park and areas around it to store ammunition. Earlier on, we had a report from Stuart Ramsey, who was here, and he had live pictures where we could see quite clearly that the rebels were taking ammunition that once belonged to Colonel Gaddafi, loading up their vehicles and moving on. Now, further south, Tripoli's international airport, that is now under the control of the rebels. For a time it wasn't. It appears now to be under their control. And battles have still been going on in the Abu Salim district. Here you can see these two districts here. What it appears happens is this is the northern tip of where the Gaddafi loyalists are, and fighting continues in a strip down here, as well as this area just to the south of the compound, which is there. And rebels in the north of the city, we know now, have taken the Matiga air base. You can see it up there. They've been trying to take it for some time. They're now trying to push out into several different districts around that area. But fighting is by no means confined to Tripoli. There was a significant victory for the rebels as they took an army base. You can see it up here, the town of Zawara, just 30 miles or so from the Tunisian border. That army base and that town now appears to be in rebel hands. And there have been reports of violence in the town of Sabra. It's Colonel Gaddafi's ancestral town. Reports of clashes between the two sides down here. Gaddafi's hometown of Sirte. You can see it there halfway along this long coastal road. Sirte is his hometown, clearly still in his hands. There was a suggestion the rebels tried to push westwards from Bin Jawad into Sirte, but they were pushed back to Bin Jawad. Now, a little further east, there is some confusion, with reports earlier suggesting that Gaddafi's forces were trying to attack the town of Ras Lanuf.